fashionably late too. Going on YouTube world. IRP 143. Right before the national, and as promised, we're all in different locations. Well, two of us are, and then also two of us are in the same location as you can see. Probably changing my location in a moment. So I gotta plug in at some point here. We're down to 19%. The car charger thing does not work, so that's a positive. So, and then I had to use the Google Map thing or whatever, the maps on the car, because I'm like, if I can get to the one spot, I know where I'm going. Getting to that one spot, I'm like, it's not a trek that I'm used to. So, how sweet.
Well, they wanted to see the show, so they could see my face.
See your sweet face.
Love you, kiddo.
My mom are anxiously waiting for me to leave.
Heck yeah.
Nobody heard you, so I did, but nobody else heard you.
Yeah.
Vinny's lips are doing this, but there's no sound, even though he's like right there. Unmute. Say something.
Hi. I figured your mic would pick me up.
No, actually, it doesn't do too bad. This is kind of noise canceling. So obviously they're having fun in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with that. And you're hitting the road roughly what time tomorrow?
We said what? Check-ins 4.
Check-ins 4.
I think it's like, again, another 4-hour drive. That seems to be what I have. 4 down, 4 back for the pitching lessons. Then it was 4 over, basically, give or take, a little more. So I think it's like 4:15-ish, 4:20, somewhere in there. I'm guessing probably right around 11, because I want to make sure Chick-fil-A's open before we head out. So yeah, about 11-ish. That'll hopefully. So the message this morning was up. I went to bed. I think it was a little after 1, and I woke up at 5:30. And I'm like, oh, good. I don't have anything going on today, so I'm glad I didn't get any sleep. And even with that time, this will also be something for the post-national videos. Get your shit done before. Like your cards, whatever you're going to bring. Because I was looking for one box, and I'm like, I couldn't find it. I just couldn't find it. I was looking, I'm like, I don't know where I put it. I'm like, it's probably somewhere right under my nose, but so I grabbed 2 boxes. I grabbed a bunch of stuff. Got a plain probably markup there.
Yeah, I did that earlier. I think actually it was close to midnight, I think, when I finally fell asleep. And I think I woke up at like 10 after 6 this morning.
Yeah, it was a good sleep. It was a good hard sleep, but I mean, I woke up and I'm like, not ready to go, but again, get up for how many years at the same time, and now it's 5:30. That's like sleeping in. That's a couple hours.
That's big time sleeping in for you.
So But yeah, I mean, I stayed up, packed clothes. What else? The cards. Tried to fiddle with them and look at them, and then made sandwiches. Just dead. So
No, so almost everything I had for everybody was sent up here. What, 2 weeks ago?
mhm.
And then I put together 2 other small things, and then those came with me. But I had everything packed yesterday, except for my laptop and my phone charger, which I packed this morning. So, and I had plenty of time to kill this morning, since didn't have to leave until about 8:45 this morning to get to the airport. So
Yeah, we get down to the pitching lesson at like, God, what time was it? It's like 10 to 2, which I didn't like being there at that close a time because I like to stretch for about 15 minutes, but did a little stretching beforehand. Again, that might sound like an oxymoron, but it does help before. I mean, you're trying to reach, again, this is 1 hour of time. I'm trying to be as limber and athletic as I can to stop the ball instead of going over me, going past me, whatever the case may be. One smoked me right in the left shin. I mean, it was just square. A bounce, and I thought I had it, and just bam, and like, just like,
yeah,
you could
that's
hear
a little
that
painful.
slap.
Yeah, you'll have a nice bruise, I'm sure.
Oh, I've had so many bruises that.
So yeah, I had the opportunity to meet Tim, also known as Tatinda. So C went to goalie practice, so I got to see her, which was cool. She beat herself up a lot, but I kept telling her. I think a lot of it was because I was there, and I told her to stop. It's like you don't need to impress me.
No, we've seen tons of video, and not like we don't want to see her doing it live, but at the same time, yeah, don't sit there because now you got a new audience that you got to overextend yourself. Do what you need to do. That's all you need to do. Or play within your means, as it were.
Well, I tried to somewhat be out of her field of view there too.
We're gonna go to the puzzle.
So, which was hard because he switches sides of the goal to
There's trees out there or a wall or something.
Nothing to that extent.
Just hide behind. Go behind.
Well, pretty open.
Yeah.
40 soccer fields will do that. It's like the main field, 20 soccer fields, 10 soccer fields, 5 soccer fields, and then the facility with the indoor soccer field behind us. So there was no breeze tonight. It was wicked. Usually there's a breeze that flies through there and it's nice and breezy. Not tonight. It was wicked hot till like the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a super gentle one here. That's minimal at best. I mean, it was like 93 down in the cities. Look on the car thermometer or whatever, like 89 the whole way. It's like, oh, that's great. We haven't had those temps in like 2 months up there, so go from September back to early July. What are you eating? There.
Popeyes.
Yeah, I've still yet to eat my 2 Popeye sandwiches because I knew we were gonna be I'm not find a plug-in. I got my plug-in. I gotta find it. I knew we were gonna be short on time, so I'm like, I'll get the food over there in Egan instead of getting it here.
Wow. Oh, yeah,
I've not gotten any more texts
It's gonna
from
make me crack my head.
Snoop today.
You know what?
He was amped about Culver's.
Four.
He's like, man, we had some these things called butter burgers, and I'm like, they're good. I'm not denying it, but it's sort of the situation where if you've got it local to you, you're not like enamored with it. Like I bet you if we had Portillo's like next to us, we'd love it, but it wouldn't be like, man, we need to go to like something like that place. They're great Italian. I mean, we'd be. What don't we have that we like that we'd want to go to?
Well, they have it here.
What, the Culver's or Portillo's?
Both.
So yeah,
When I got a haircut before,
when
they cut
he
my
sent
hair
that, I'm like, yeah, they're good. I love them,
They want it.
but I also like Five Guys burgers a ton. So I'm a big Five Guys fan. So, but then he sent all the pictures from the Portillo's and then what he got, and I'm like, oh, that's the money shot.
That Italian beef is so good. So good.
Because I know that's one we talked about, I think, on one of them shows that I know Steve had wanted to get for sure. How long is it for you guys?
Tomorrow, roughly 5.5.
Okay.
So, but then we gotta meet up with Ed or Joseph and Robert and pick them up. So Joe is here. Donald E. Stevenson's here. Bob is here. So if you're out in the stratosphere tonight, Joe walked Stevenson. Bob, you walk this way a minute and a half. Joe, you walk this way a minute and a half. We'll pick you up right there. So meet you in the middle.
Yeah.
I'll text him in the morning, but Joe should still be watching. But that's the easiest way to go. That's something you don't see too often.
No, that's a different doorway, and then it's like a dual screen. Like it's like a Sportflix card. You got one motion.
Ready? Wow.
I was waiting. I'm like, you got a table there.
Imagine going down the stairs and then me upstairs with Steve.
It's like timing you with a sundial. I'm like, oh,
I'm so ready. I'm not ready for the drive.
No, I'm probably gonna. As soon as I'm going, I'm gonna be like.
I can't wait for you guys to drive. That'll make me very happy because somebody else can feel that the fun of the driving.
Just remember, though, I did fly, so I mean, there is a little bit of jet lag, a little bit. Plus, I went to the Eastern time zone, so I lost an hour to then get an hour back. to lose an hour to get an hour back. So it is what it is. But I'm ready.
Steve's kiddo. Bobby Burrow. Oh, that's Pop.
Why, you like my magic trick?
Yeah.
Is he talking?
Yeah, we're talking.
We are kind of talking. Of course,
Oh,
Kate just went off.
how you like
I'm
my
gonna,
magic
I'm gonna-
trick?
I gotta find a plug-in now. I'm at 7%.
Upstairs, and then
Yeah, you might want to do that pretty quick.
you gotta go over there, you gotta go up the stairs right to Steve. Or you can just go pop and then you
We
go
don't
all
want
the
to
way
lose you,
here.
Dave.
I'll let you go to bed. Get ready for tomorrow. Oh, you gotta pack your
Yeah, my other stuff.
Nintendo and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Some games and your
A retainer in the morning.
Your retainer.
So Dave's on mute and I'm sitting here by myself. Can you get off mute so we can have a conversation?
Hi. Dude, you missed that by like an inch. Don't do that again. Your headbang is gonna cause you to get a concussion. That's not what I want tonight.
Yeah, let's not do that, please.
There you go. Okay, okay.
It's weird. It's weird having your earbuds in, but I can still hear her. Normally, I don't hear her.
And it's
No, like through
not because I'm sitting.
I can't look at you here. I have to look at you there.
Why? We can't have a conversation.
Apparently not.
Hey, they pray I can find a damn charger.
How was your dinner, Steve?
Oh, yeah.
My dinner was good. Thank you for asking.
We had puppies, everyone.
See, favor.
They're not breakable.
Thanks,
Thanks, Dave.
Dave. He's still.
Are you getting
Yeah, no,
cold soon?
The kitchen.
Dave is down the floor.
Wait.
What's drink?
Dave.
I said
Still drinking, not eating. Dave, that's still a question. What are you drinking? Dave, what are you drinking? Okay, gotcha.
Drank a Tyler.
Which will be followed by,
A Gatorade.
which is shocking. There might be 1 or 2 bottles in the car right now.
Oh, yeah, he stole my game.
I've got
Can you give me a
a
space?
spare, and then the Yingling is being saved for the show. So
I know I've got to pick up some of the spotted cow tomorrow.
when are the adults showing up, Bobby? Quarter or never.
Yeah. Good luck.
If you come to see adult, mature conversation, you come to the wrong place. You know this, Bobby. Come on.
Mhm.
This isn't your first rodeo. I don't know. You're probably not going to see. Yeah, you can't. It's too damn dark in there.
Turn on the light, please. Just
Yeah.
please turn on the light.
Oh, my aching ass.
Yeah.
Did you tell him you survived 8 Mile?
No, I hadn't told him that. But I was going to know so everybody could say hi to the better half. So I'm being instructed to let everybody know I survived 8 Mile today.
I think that was the last song we heard before we got here. The Lose Yourself or whatever.
By the way.
Really, kiddo? I was gonna say you better say please to her, Dad. Like I don't have my manners.
What?
My kiddo's watching the show. I sent them the link because they wanted to see me.
Okay.
And when I was like, can you please turn on the light? And of course I'm being corrected. You better have told her to say please. It's like I know my manners.
Kaylee didn't want to be on camera. So she went outside and came in the
She could have said something. I could have gone off camera.
here.
Haley, I could have gone off camera briefly. All you have to do is say, hey, I'm walking through.
Cece. Hey. Get your clothes out of the bathroom. And
So yeah,
Cece.
I'm not looking forward to. Actually, it's not
Good
that the
night,
drive.
everyone. See you
Good night, Steve.
tomorrow.
Yeah, because
Oh, come on, Gally. You're
Hey.
not supposed to be on the other side.
we're leaving at 6.
Bye.
Unfazed.
If you want your water,
Cecilia, I'm gonna beat you.
No, this is your mom's.
Yours was empty. You threw yours away.
Yes, I did. I threw mine away at the field. That's what I was throwing my cigarette butts in.
I was trying to pour it.
So yeah, I'm not like not looking forward to the drive because I don't mind the drive. It's waking up that early, which is why this is, we're going to be looking at an hour and a half because it's like, okay, all of us need to hit the bed.
Yeah.
Oh, see, my kiddo is representing.
You should put your hand on.
No, so the other IRP shirt, the one that Bob did the Post-it note, they're wearing the IRP shirt. Send me a picture, kiddo. Please.
Where's
Do what?
Where's the
Dave is in Appleton at your brother's, right, Dave?
Yep.
Eating a Popeye's chicken sandwich.
He's eating Popeyes.
It should have been better. You should have been in front of the door.
I thought about that. I thought about
You
it
should
to
have
switch it
been
around, and I was like,
I have my headgear on.
It's gonna be like Christmas Eve.
I have
We're
my
dead tired, but we can't sleep.
well, that's the thing. That's what I'm worried about. It's I slept good. I don't feel like I slept long enough, but I slept good. And
Charge the get your stuff together.
the flight wasn't bad. A little bumpy in a few places. I did want to strangle and snap the neck of the young punk kid in front of me. Window seat. Seat in front. Window is behind his seat. He kept fucking with the damn thing. And I'm like, if his mother wasn't sitting next to him, I probably would have gone completely ballistic. But I'm like,
sure
no.
his mother was doing nothing.
Oh no, she was too busy sleeping or engrossed in her show. And I'm like, no, Steven, shut up, because I don't need to be in the news article, flight from Detroit rerouted due to unruly passenger.
Go on a no-fly list or something already. Your first flight in a number of years, and like, hey, a kid that should have been swallowed. What a shock! What a shock!
So it's, other than that, the flight wasn't bad. We actually got in 10 minutes early. So that's always nice. But I'm slowly starting to get like, my motor's starting to slow down.
Mhm.
No, Ty, that's not a parent with no backbone. That's a parent completely oblivious to what their kid is doing.
A parent that doesn't care.
But he did it like 4 or 5 times, and I seriously wanted to say something. And I wanted to pull an Arnold Schwarzenegger and like find a pencil and stick my arm like in between the seat, you know, and break the pencil and be like, if you don't freaking stop jacking with my window, this is what I'm going to do to your neck. Allegedly. Because I mean, it aggravated the shit out of me. Because like, no, I don't ever sleep anyways on a plane. I kind of rest my eyes type thing. And sitting there, like kind of resting and kind of getting in my zen. Next thing you know, here comes the window being open. It's like, you son of a bitch.
Dad, when are you getting in? You're still in the chat, or you're calling up DoorDash with some Popeyes or Chick-fil-A right now. I think everybody's anybody that's getting their Wednesdays pretty much like that mid-afternoon.
That's kind of what I was gathering. So, Joe, my flight time, which is interesting because it said 2 hours 47 minutes. Of course, they ended up like on the intercom or whatever while on the plane. Flight time is 2 hours 10 minutes. So I think we actually got in a little under 2 hours 10 minutes. So it wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. Traffic wasn't horrible getting into the airport. Took me 15 minutes, I think, to get through security. But it's been so long since I've been to DFW. They've changed like the departure gates. They do departures and arrivals now at the same spot. Like before, not that it matters. I'm sure probably nobody's been to DFW here. But departures used to go down. And now they have departures and arrivals both going up. So you're like at ground, I don't want to say ground level, but I mean, it's more kind of ground level. So normally when I get to the airport in the past, I would always smoke a couple cigarettes before going inside the airport, standing in security, because I'm trying to get my nicotine in before being on a plane for a while, right? Well, since they changed it, I'm like, shit. So no cigarette before getting on the plane or going into security. I smoked on the way because we were in my wife's truck and we smoke in the truck. And so it was like, I think 15, 20 minutes through security, which isn't bad considering. But I felt like I walked further at DTW to get to the bathroom and then to get out of the damn airport than what I did at DFW, which says something because DFW is huge. But like I said, all in all, sitting there, you know, and this is what Vinny and I were talking about quite a bit today, on and off. It's like it's one of those situations where 3 years, 7 months, give or take, you know, we've talked about this whole opportunity, right? Meeting up, getting together, hanging out, and all the buildup leading up to this, right? And I was telling him, I was like, this is weird. Like, I used to travel for work a ton. And as we would be approaching the airport, because I used to fly out on Sunday night and then I would come home like Friday later in the afternoon. So I'd get home like Friday night from a work trip, but it never failed. The closer we got to the airport, the more my stomach would just like get all up into knots. My nerves, my stomach would start grumbling, and it's like I don't know. And even as many times as I went to Arizona, I mean, I went to Arizona 20 or 30 times since being with this company, and it still would do the same thing all the time. Driving to the airport, to get on a plane, to come to Detroit, to meet somebody for the first time in person that I've never met. We've only talked via the computer and on the phone, and not a single ounce of nerves, anxiousness, fucked up stomach, nothing. It was like,
True love.
what?
I said it's true love.
Shut up. You're part of that too, by the way,
Driving.
because you're part of this package deal.
Okay.
But it's like I mean, we talked about it, family. Like it just, everything just seemed right. I mean, I was standing outside to smoke a cigarette. I know you were, kiddo. I know you were. And usually most airports, you have to walk a ways to get to the designated smoking section outside the airport. I got lucky. Out the doors, right to the left. And of course, Vinny and I are starting to text and all this other stuff. He's like, well, I'm at 2. And I'm like, well, I'm at 1. I'm like, I see the rental car, but I was still trying to get some puffs in on a cigarette. And all of a sudden, here comes C. C gets out of the car and she runs. And I got a big old hug. So, Vinny, anything you'd like to add?
Don't just say no.
Either.
Even on mute, you don't even have to be. You can be on mute, Vinny, and we can still hear you.
Here, I'll mute. So then you.
But once.
It was nice.
He's such a PSC.
No, it was. I was like, I'm looking behind me in a mirror, waiting. And then C spotted him first. She's like, he's in red. He's got a red hat. And she was pushing at the door already. So it was like unleashing the beast. She went flying. I was like, be careful because people are idiots right there at the airport. So, and then
Not just limited to at the airport. People are idiots everywhere.
This is true, David. This is true. But was that the first speedway you were ever in?
Yeah, we don't have speedways.
So we took him to a speedway to get some water, and got to see a Slurpee, me a Slurpee, better half of water. Then they sent a search party in for me because the line was like 7 people deep. I decided to use the head real quick. Then there was 4 people in line to use the ATM. So by the time I was done, I see Steve. I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, they sent me in. So
That's a lie.
Yeah, 100% it is.
Nobody sent me.
you just came on your own?
Well, yeah, I was outside smoking.
Oh,
And I finished. And I'm like,
I figured she was tired of waiting for me and sent you in.
no.
So
It just seemed like it was taking forever.
yeah, there was lines everywhere. There was a line to get in the bathroom, and there was a line to get to the ATM. Because the kidney stone's sitting right about there right now.
What do you mean?
I said, welcome to traveling with Vinny. He takes forever everywhere. Gotta keep him on a leash.
I'm used to it. Now the question is, do you think I'll still get Wi-Fi from the front yard?
Let's see. You should. He's going to test the Wi-Fi capabilities.
Yeah, because the router is in my office, Steve. You should be able to get it.
Well, I would think.
You never know. Crappy.
Okay. Oh.
Who's here, Cal? Who's here? Come to the back door. There we go. Good job. Thanks, Steve.
The only difference is I'll have a chair to sit in.
I'm gonna ask.
Hey, Vinny, where the fuck is my folding chair you promised me?
In the garage?
It's a good place for it.
Baz could ask you about Vinny's wreath collection that he's got out there.
Is there a wreath on the door? I can't remember.
There
is.
Oh, yeah, there is. You can't see it. I'll make sure I show it before I go inside. Sit my ass on the front porch here.
Going on.
So I have your Beckett. I showed it earlier, but I took Steve down to the dungeon and showed him the office and grabbed the Beckett's and some top loaders and some sleeves just to have. And then I gave him earlier, I pulled out like 50 card savers.
Not that I need that many.
Well, give the rest to Bob or whoever needs them when we're there. I have an ample supply of them.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't have an abundance of.
Did you bring your hanger boxes or no?
No.
Okay. Because I couldn't remember if we discussed it or not. Because I'm like, I saw him right when I was leaving. I'm like, I'll grab them just in case. I don't remember.
Well, we talked about it, but it was one of those in which not knowing if we would have time to do it. Because it was a topic of conversation a few times, because it's like, do I bring the prism hangers? Do I bring the prestige? Does Vinny pack the Series 2 upper deck hockey? You know, it's like not fully knowing what time we would have to record something like that, right? So
Where my shoes go? My shoes always going.
I left mine at home. They did not make the travel.
You found mine.
I saw yours, yes. I saw yours.
Well, at least we can do it next month then. Because football's starting.
Well, as long as we can make the schedule work for everybody to do them. Because Vinny, do you still have the 3 hangers?
What?
Prism. Or did you open them finally?
I never had 3 hangers of prism. I had 3 blaster boxes I bought.
Now the freaking value packs or multi packs or whatever the fuck they were. I know you ended up getting some because we talked about it. Because
Yeah,
I
I
got
think I
some.
did get. I think I was jonesing one day, and like I just like, you know what, screw it, and I opened it.
I did bring something. So I did bring the select that Ty sent you, who sent me
Okay.
last year for Christmas. So I did bring the select. So there will be something to open at some point in Chicago. I was tempting on opening it on the plane, but it just didn't feel right.
Yeah, you have to have somebody else with you instead of just trying to do it solo.
So yeah, I did bring the select. So I will have something to open while in Chicago at a bare minimum. I can at least say I've opened something in Chicago.
And I know Joe's got, he said 2 Opeachy Platinum Blaster hockey for me. So I will also be in that. We'll be putting out content as we steamroll forward to our 2024 YouTube Hall of Fame nomination.
That is correct. That is correct. I smell a fucking skunk, by the way. Do you have something to say? No, it's not that. It's a fucking skunk.
There's one. He tends to come through here every once in a while.
I knew what you were potentially alluding to, but that's not it. Coming from somebody who used to smoke it frequently, I know the difference in the smells. I know the difference. And I'd like to go on record. Galaxy is my new best friend, by the way. And then there's dry. And then there's dry.
That's what happens when you put
Dryden's a good boy too. Dryden's a good boy too. He just kind of goes with the flow.
Much like his father.
You're not as Eeyore as Dry is, no offense. And I don't mean that as a negative connotation either.
Dryden just kind of meanders. He's almost 13. My buddy. Still with you.
Yes, it's me.
Dryden's coming to get you.
Hi, guys. Hi, Gal. Oh! Galaxy just pulled out the earbuds. What, Galaxy? What, buddy? What? Okay, I'll love on you. Hold on. Hold on. I'll love on you. Hold on. See?
I don't know, Joe. They don't clean up the dead deer around here that quick. Pennsylvania, it's an hour. Within 24 hours, it's usually picked up. Here, it's a couple days. Especially on the highway. That's probably what happens in Pennsylvania. Hey, that's fresh. That could be dinner. Just saying.
Don't do that to me, kiddo. Yeah, I did say I'd show it. Oops. I'll go out again, and I'm sure.
It's got butterflies and some stuff in it.
Just to be clean as everybody. I will make sure.
You do your thing, cuz. You do your thing.
I'll never say that again. I guess next time I'll turn on the light. So, Meredith, the Baz, who joins the show frequently, loves to make comments about the wreaths on the front door at my house because my wife has a tendency to change them frequently.
Oh, I do too.
So, that's the reason why it got brought up about the wreath on the door. So, Dryden needs a Butterburger, says Ed.
Those things are disgusting.
Vinny says no, they're disgusting. Have you just been waiting to do that for a while, Vinny? Just thought I'd ask.
Possibly.
Possibly. I'm disappointed. Why am I the only one having a beer?
Because I'm drinking water. So I'm trying to flush a kidney stone out before the morning, so I have to stop to pee 600 times.
Ay, ay, ay. Speak, Dave. Speak.
No.
Or not speak. Let everybody else talk.
What? Show him.
So yeah, 6 o'clock in the morning on the road, hopefully into Chicago between 12 and 1 to get Joe and Bob. And then we're probably going to stop somewhere between the convention center and the resort to eat. Probably going to do fast food or something just because
Yeah.
you know, we want to have the experiences of Portillo's and all the other restaurants with each other. So
This is very good. We're trapped in there.
so yeah, we'll check it being at 4. I mean, I would think if we get there 3:30ish, it shouldn't be an issue.
No, not on a Wednesday or Tuesday, whatever day it's going to be. Wednesday.
So a few rules, just FYI. Don't answer the phone. Just don't answer it because remember, this is a timeshare.
Oh, okay. There. Okay.
Yeah, there. Don't answer the phone.
Like somebody's calling on my phone. Don't answer.
Like,
Yeah,
everything via cell phone.
the phone.
Yeah, everything via cell phone. Do not answer the room phone. If you buy anything on the resort property, it is probably going to be cashless. So hopefully you have a debit card. If not, you won't be able to buy anything on the resort. But if you're asked when you buy something on the resort, at least for us, the 4 of us, if they ask, are you an owner? Say yes, you get discounts. We get that privilege because we are there because of an owner.
Mm-hmm.
You take advantage of it. So if there's like a Starbucks on property, for instance, I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe it's a Tim Hortons, I don't know. And you want a coffee in the morning.
I told Vinny in regards to that, Edward. It's basically looking at the back of the car looks like I'm moving Naomi up to college. I mean you're gonna have to have probably at least a solid 2 with the push trolley cart things for the luggage.
Wait,
I mean,
we're gonna have to have one just for the beer. Okay, maybe not that bad. It's only 2 cases.
Because I think I've got those things that you're mentioning in different forms. That's going to be the thing for Robert, that I got stuff for him specific, because I know. Well, Pepin is.
Yeah, he rattled off quite a few things in our little text message stuff. So yeah, I know we're stopping. Let's see, we're stopping at Kroger for pop, as Vinny has called it,
And your creamer.
and then my coffee creamer.
Yep.
We might as well get coffee and filters while we're there too.
You can get more water or no?
I don't think
I
so.
have 2 cases.
'Cause I got the 24 pack, and then I got like I told you, like the little grenade bottles of assorted amount of those, and then
40, so that's 80 bottles of water.
You are on mute, even though they may still hear you through mine.
80 bottles.
So yeah, not a shortage of water.
And like I said, I've got a couple bottles of Gatorade. I mean, that's going to be a push trolley of itself. Yeah, if we run out of stuff to drink, I'm going to be stunned. And I got one of each flavor. I got probably buy a cheapo
Good try.
a cheapo pitcher at like a dollar store or Wally, or we got to hit a Target before we go to. I want to get another memory stick for the phone, because I was like, wow, the one I've got has pretty much all of Naomi's games on there. Not that I don't want to cross pollinate them. So if I can get a different one, it's got all that stuff on there. It'll be a lot easier. So, but yeah, a pitcher I need to get, and I need to find a cauldron for the chili.
Get yourself. I thought I had 2
Can openers.
can openers. Get yourself one, because I only got one.
What kind of rookie move is that?
I thought I had 2.
Hey, now,
Full kitchen.
Oh, they have a full kitchen.
do they have utensils though?
Fully loaded kitchen.
Watch
Okay, but will they have like cauldron?
Probably not that size, Dave.
No, it's like a 8 quart, 8 or 12.
You said 4.
And then that sounds too small for what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Go back.
It'll have everything else: can opener, plates, bowls, silverware. It'll have.
I got styrofoam bowls and plastic spoons, because like, wow, when I think full kitchen, I'm thinking, okay, you've got a microwave, a stove, and a freezer part. That's my full kitchen. I'm not thinking.
Everything is there. It'll have pots and pans and stuff, but it's not going to have something like that size, probably.
Yeah. Which I gotta get a decent one anyway. The one I had it burned on the bottom, and just like
Yes, Dave is making chili.
just the smell of that alone, that's gonna be price of admission. It's gotta simmer for a while. I can't let it just like, oh man, I want to eat it now. No, you gotta let everything meld together. The longer it cooks, the better it is. So that'll be something I'm probably gonna be up. Shockingly, one of the days, like crack of dawn, starting to make that. Because again, it's a process. Luckily at the store they had like fajita type chopped up peppers. It calls for like 1 green and 1 red. I'm like, I do maybe half and half. I just do it for color. Again, I like peppers, but it's not super integral at the taste of when you get a pepper bite. It's a good bite. But I plan on sauteing those with the garlic. I got to get butter. That's the only other thing for sauteing that and the mushrooms for it. And then I got to get tin foil too. Do we think about, that was one other thing. Bring a couple, 3, 4 maybe big garbage bags. Just
bags. They have bags. They have
okay.
Okay.
Again, just stuff I was trying to think of. I'm like, man, I can't keep on texting because it's a high highway patrol presence. So I'm like, I don't need to be deviating from the national funds on the way to the national.
So no, it's as like it. Have you ever rented like from VRBO or Verbo, however you want to call it?
Yeah.
The vacation homes. It's the same type of concept. It is like fully fucking furnished.
Fully stocked. Okay.
So I mean, there's not going to be anything in the refrigerator and the freezer, that type of stuff. But almost
There will be.
Well, once we get there, there will be.
Oh yes, I mean, the cupboards will be full then.
But anything that you could probably think of unless it's out of the ordinary, like a larger stock pot.
Yep.
That something like that. But I mean, dish soap. It'll have laundry detergent, dryer. I mean, because it'll have a washer and dryer, dishwasher, stove, microwave, oven. It's going to be a full kitchen. So, and I've never stayed in this size of room that we're staying in this time, but the fact that it's still one of the 2-bedroom like suites.
Yep.
I've been to one. My wife's been to a few. There's very little that you won't need. I got my kiddos got the. Are you in the living room, kiddo, or are you in the office? Just out of curiosity. My dog's hearing my voice, trying to figure out where I am.
You old pups.
Yep, my pups. At least there's 2 pups here that somewhat can kind of partially keep me occupied. Oh, my kiddo's in my spot. You're fine, kiddo. We all have moments of typing horribly. It happens. It happens.
I tried to prep Naomi too with. I mean, this show is going to be enormous.
Yeah, it's one of those in which I know none of us can put it into perspective because it's been a long time since you've been to one. Of course, Vinny and I have never been to one. Ed's been to like the last couple. So, I mean, he's provided some sort of context. But even then, it's one of those in which until you actually get there, it's hard for us to. I think it's hard for any of us to put things into perspective. So, and I know. So, random question for you and Vinny here. Why'd your eyes get all big? Because I was like, I got a question. Well, so Dave wouldn't have seen it. You should have gotten an email yesterday from the National in preparation for how the VIP stuff works for Wednesday. I know the preview portion ends at 8, I think. But there was something, because we're VIP, if we get there at a certain time, we can actually go like to the VIP party thing. That's not anything that we talked about doing. But I don't know. And if Ed's still here, with VIP, you have some free autograph tickets. Do you have to go to the whole VIP party thing in order to get those, or what? Like, how does that work? And Ed, maybe you remember, maybe you don't. Anybody who's been to a previous national with VIP, like, I get the whole checking in, getting your VIP badge and your lanyard, and getting your goodie bag, and that, like, I understand that whole thing. But in order to get like your freebie autographs, do you have to go to this whole VIP thing before then going to the preview part of the show itself, or what? I'm just curious. Anybody who's been previously with a VIP ticket, feel free to chime in. Give us some information, please, and thank you.
Tyrone, I'm sure they have some killer 90s cards, and I'm sure they're killer prices too.
More than what are probably. What was that, Dave?
They're going to murder your wallet and murder your bank account.
Well, that's why I said it's more expensive than what any of us would be willing to pay.
Mm-hmm. They'll have that stuff, but again, it's going to depend on who the seller is. If it's Ryan, Neil, RBI crew over there, those guys, they might have them high, but at the same time, they'll have them at a price to sell, at least a price to negotiate with. Some of these guys or gals or whoever they are, it's just going to be a museum. It's like, wow, look at this Lemieux mirror gold for like 20,000. It's like, really?
Pound sand. I will continue to go without. Thank you. There's nothing that's that important. I just want to see what it looks like that.
Yeah, it's actually from the national. I mean, that's what it says it's coming from.
What's the subject, Steve?
43rd National E-News instructions for.
No, I never got the instructions one.
Check your spam.
No mail on my junk mail.
Yeah, that's weird then.
But Microsoft has found unusual activity on my account. I don't get those 700 times a week.
Or IRS with like umlauts and
Yeah.
Staff those websites.
According to this, every day, 5 times, I'm hacked by the Russians. So yet I don't understand it.
Trying to order a bride.
Literally in my spam folder, there's one of those Microsoft account team things almost every day. Because those are real. Literally every day in this folder. It's hysterical. I have nothing in there.
I'm seeing a picture of Jackie. Where's the picture? Should go up there. Wait, cousin.
No.
Not even close to. Not even
No, it's not. It's
too far
So
away.
yeah, nothing. I have nothing.
What?
So if there's any special instructions, we'll have to figure them out tomorrow. I got the tickets. I have them in e-form and I have them printed out for us. So whatever works, we'll use. I have my Master Lemieux list in an email as an attachment.
Yeah.
So that is up to date. There you go, Baz. There's the
I'm seeing Abby.
Where's Galaxy?
outside.
There's a skunk.
Get in here.
I think somebody mentioned that.
Crisis avoided. There's a skunk.
Yeah, I opened the front door and I was like,
Open
damn
mouth.
that. I was like, damn that skunk. And she's like, no, it's probably next door because weed's legal here.
I
I'm like, no, it's a skunk. Like, I know the difference.
Yeah. Somewhere else.
No, I've got like laser vision going here because I'm like, Do you have bleach, Vinny, just in case?
For what?
If I happen to get sprayed by a fucking skunk?
I got bleach. I got tomato soup.
There we are.
Can I have a bite? Can we go sleep in the basement with family?
Probably.
What are those?
Food,
What are they called?
gummies.
Gummies? I know you said gummies, but hello.
Hi.
Oh, that's the best.
My friend.
That was awesome.
I was waiting for that.
What are you talking about?
Stuff and things.
Things and stuff.
I'm gonna scare you. Do you want to play hide and seek? Wait.
You go hide.
We'll come find you.
I actually brought the IRP shirt too, and I thought about putting it on,
Let's go.
but I didn't. I do have it though. I did bring it.
I can do that one.
I need to get a fatter size than fat.
So legitimate question. And I thought about texting the group last night, and I didn't. So I just brought them both
No, the cat.
for the photo op. Broncos jersey or Georgia jersey?
Broncos.
Okay.
So that's really when you started liking, correct?
It is.
I mean, if you're a big UGA fan, that yes, but no, you're a big Broncos guy. So that's where I go because that's what drew you to him.
Well, and the only reason why I brought both is because like the Georgia jersey is Nike,
Mm-hmm.
and my Broncos jersey is old school starter, but it's still got the sewn on letters and numbers and stuff. It's not the cheap starter. So
Maybe
it's like,
you could put the Georgia one on his shoulder. Well, you're getting the picture, so then it's a player worn jersey.
But is it considered worn though? If it's just on his shoulder?
Player used.
Okay, there you go. So I mean, I brought them both.
Lay down.
And I haven't bought the do both. I don't know how I could do both.
We could have cut them in half and sewed them on.
I'm not paying $280 for 2 pictures. That's a bit of a stretch.
What are you talking about, Dad?
The joys of children. Young children.
Oh yes.
Let me see my foot. It's wiggling.
Go pull it.
No.
On my finger.
Hold my butt.
Definitely a relation to you, Dave. Definitely.
Pull my eyes off.
That's illegal in some states.
Yeah.
I farted my dad. That's nice. I fart. I fart everywhere in this house. Anywhere I want. I fart my dog food.
Definitely your relations.
Like right here.
Like I was gonna say like father, like
I
son,
butt
but
on the refrigerator. A butt fart.
Viewership goes up.
yeah, because they're all sitting there going to want to know what the hell's going on.
Look inside my mouth.
Ay. Oh, damn, my bones are cracking. Snap, crackle, pop.
Who got me?
I galaxy.
Can we go play now?
Billy, settle down.
Can we go play now? Was that a question for you, Dave?
No. Never is that.
Let the record show Steve is on his 3rd beer. I know, shocking. Yes, I did. Get up. Yes. It got hot as shit there today, too.
9, 10.
Oh, something else at the store. 3x5 note cards.
Yeah, they have.
I know they have them there. Remember that's on the list. Have people sign. All the YouTube guys.
Uncle Dave farted. He farted.
I thought
He farted. He's
Well, I thought about
the
looking.
attack. Oh, my God, it's a heart attack. Run!
I thought about actually looking in past like the leftover school supplies and shit that we had, and I forgot to do
That's
that.
one thing I don't have.
What?
3x5 index cards. Is that
Yeah, we probably do downstairs.
I look?
Oh, I'm surprised.
Shoot. They come in packs of what? 50 or 100? 100?
Yeah.
Do we need to pick up a pack for you two, Dave, or do you have something else in mind for people to sign shit?
For what? Sleeves?
No, for YouTube guys to sign stuff as we meet them.
I do have, I think, 4x6. I think index cards.
2, 3.
So you got bigger ones.
Yeah.
9,
I think I had those for like Naomi to write down questions, and I said no, let's use her stat book that I've got. Like when was the notebook I've got, remembered that, so I was happy with that. Especially if it comes to like the triple threat, but I'm like, so that, and then I know I've got a 2-pack for the cards in the car, which as everything is unfurled out of there, it'll be easy to find. But yeah,
But yeah, it was one of those that I was like trying to think of something that would be easy to carry, wouldn't be too much.
and
Because let's face it, like back in the day, everybody signed decoys.
yeah,
Since, you know, most of us haven't opened a shit ton of product in a while, decoys are, you know, almost like gold, right?
well, especially
When
hobby.
you use-
Nobody
Yeah,
buys.
you want to use them for, you know, shipping stuff for protection and things along. So I was like, 3x5 index cards.
We got to look for a card for Paul too.
Huh?
Cards
So
for
Paul,
Paul
we
for
get
what?
what is it? The 1920 Allure Gold something. I think that Connor McDavid, the auto patch 101. I said, we'll look for it. We will contact you immediately so you can arrange the payment. Because I'm guessing it's going to be even with pooling all our money together and all the cards we bring and maybe a vehicle or two, it still may not be enough.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
The one thing too, Ziplocs. If we're going to have those, we might. Let me know. You guys are going to pick them up, or I can. Just get like sandwich bags, or maybe a little bigger, to put the index cards in when we're done with them. Or if we have them, and then as they get signed, okay, now everything is in one spot instead of trying to put them in your back pocket or in a backpack or a satchel and get them all dinged up. At least this way, everything's going to be together.
Because you're taking a backpack, aren't you?
And I've got a backpack too. I don't want to take it, but necessity. I've got
Well,
Tums going, Aleve. Oh, Drysidle. Okay, it's not McDavid.
the reason why I was asking Vinny is like I have my laptop bag, but I don't want to be walking out around, you know, the show with my company branded laptop bag. In the event that I open my mouth and say something, maybe, perhaps, I don't know. Because I mean, I brought no cards for moving at the National. I have things, small things to give, like the guys. And then I think there's only one set of cards. Oh, recycle. Sorry, Vinny. That has to go to the show because they'll go to Ed.
Elevator.
So,
Yeah, there's stuff that I dug out that I didn't even know I had. Some for you, like 1 or 2 for Vinny, the one for Michael Shane, and then I've got stuff, and this isn't. I hate that it sounds this way because I like the guys or I like the cards. But if I can offer an opportunity to a fellow friend to get these instead of fighting on eBay, like if Bob were to buy some Randy Moss stuff, I've got some of that. If he wants it, we can work something out. If not, I mean, more than likely something will end up in
like the gallon ones.
a Christmas package. But if that's what you're looking for at the show, I mean, This way you don't have to worry about going through a case, not looking. I mean, there's some stuff I brought for Brad. It's gonna be so tough because it's Mark Duper, and I love all that stuff. But at the same time, I know it's going to somebody that really is gonna appreciate it. It's not gonna flip it right away, and stuff of that nature. A Corbin Burns Heritage Rookie Auto that if I see Scott and he's interested in that, we can make a deal. If not, I'm very much happy keeping in the collection. That's one of those where if I can help somebody and they can help put a little back to the pot and everybody comes out ahead, hey, that's not to sound like a douchebag, because I mean that's how I think in my head. So Robert will see more. I found another vein of Randy Moss patches. It's not just the ones I've shown before. I mean, it was like another stack of probably like 40. I'm like, oh, I didn't know I had all these, or I can't remember. And then some crap for you, which is just legit crap, but it's super nice stuff. I mean, it's like
Did you
RPAs.
Did you find the TD certified blue?
No, I did, because I had it somewhere, and then guess what? It's going to be with one of the other things I need to send out at Christmas. So
no worries. So, and I lied. So I've got a small thing for Brad, Joey, and for Ed. So those three things will end up going to the show. Everything else, I mean, like I said, I have a small grouping for Vinny, for you, for Bob, and for Joe. That's why I was asking about Mark, but since he's a straight baseball guy, I don't have a shit ton of baseball. So like the only one that's staying with us at some point that's not getting anything is Mark, which I feel bad, but I don't have a shit ton of baseball stuff. So it's like I tried to make almost everything kind of even for everybody, give or take. And I wouldn't be surprised if the freaking resort had some of these too, to be honest. But better be safe than sorry, right?
Yeah.
But it's one of those in which it's like if it was something other than, because I even had to ask, and I don't know if Joe's still here, but I had to ask Vinny. I was like, what else does Joe collect? And he ended up mentioning Buffalo, the Bills, and I'm like, okay, I could probably scrounge up some Bill stuff. So, but I mean, all of you other guys, I know. So,
and that's what Joe. I don't know who else he collects besides Lemieux, because that's all I've ever heard Vinny talk about.
But that's why I asked. It's like I knew Lemieux, but it's like, is he just a hockey guy? And then Vinny came back with a list of a few other players, and then he mentioned the Bills and Thurman Thomas. And I'm like, well, at least the Bills I can do.
And now I know for future reference, because I know I've got Andre, Bruce, Kelly, and Thurman. And maybe a Daryl Talley, something or another in there.
I found him!
So but like I said, it's base and low level insert and parallels.
Yeah.
This is one of those in which I wanted to bring something to give to everybody because it's coming from the collection. But Christmas is around the corner for some of these folks, and that's when something nicer will be sent.
I do have clippers.
Yeah, this is just a kind of like a welcome pack type thing. Hey,
yep.
So. Do you have so Bob's asking for wire cutters. He forgot to cut his toenails before leaving.
You said bolt cutters?
Vinny said, would you prefer bolt cutters?
lockpick kid?
Allegedly. Penny.
Allegedly.
Let's
I did say it for you. So
say that I didn't do, I think, S through the end of the alphabet, and I know that's where a lot of nice stuff is at. Well, everywhere's nice stuff, but I think it came up with like 7 or 8 piles of probably 50 cards each, and I know there's some stuff I like. Just like, okay, we're up here. Okay. Oh, there's a Bob Lewis card that should have went out at Christmas, and well, now it's Christmas in July.
Is it bad that we're still figuring out shit to take? You're not on mute, because I hear you.
Yeah, the grinder wheel, like what Dumb and Dumber.
Squirrel.
I checked in there. You want
Huh? What?
I was talking to you.
Oh, what?
it?
Is it pretty bad that we're like figuring out other shit while we're sitting here to take?
Could be worse. We could be there and be screwed.
Not technically. There's always a story.
It's a door.
What?
Open the door. It's a little.
He doesn't want to.
I have steel files if you need them, so I can bring those. Those are in the garage too.
From my room. I don't know.
We'll grab those on the way out.
What were we planning on packing in the truck? Or in the
Tonight?
Tonight.
Just the water
Okay.
and
Really?
the cooler.
Okay.
It'll take 15 minutes.
Oh, I wasn't worried about the time. I just was trying to remember exactly what we were talking about.
Then I'm taking a shower and I'm popping off. Until Greg Morris auction tonight, Joe. 12:48 tonight. See if I can win anything. Thank you.
I don't have one.
Yeah, nothing. That'd have been nice.
I failed.
And I'm drinking water. This is like the most non-burping beverage there could be. I drank like 4 of these in the last, half hour?
Plus the Mountain Dew.
Plus the Mountain Dew. I'm trying to get this thing out of me.
Steve is. Go better. You will not see me ever. Rarely with coffee in my hand. He'll be handing it to someone else.
So Bob, we are stopping.
Now you're both on mute, so nobody can hear you, Steve.
sorry, I didn't realize you could do it yourself. We are stopping to get coffee and coffee filters in the morning. Hi, Zach. Nice to meet you. So we will have coffee. We can figure out a way to split what we pick up between the 2 rooms.
What kind do you
Yeah,
drink?
I'll put this.
it's usually between Folgers and Maxwell House. Depends on the price
I'm not.
normally.
They're about the same.
You go buy folders or something wrong?
Because
If I
I'm
buy Folgers, there's something wrong with me.
Maxwell's disgusting.
It's all about price point in my house, mate.
I believe it.
Folgers is good. That's
no, because I didn't know if like somebody was a dark roast and then somebody's a breakfast blend. That's 2 different
And
ends.
you're right, it is. Normally, I do breakfast blend.
Okay.
That's what I prefer.
In the living room.
But I mean, I drink mine with hazelnut creamer anyway, so it's like I taste more of the hazelnut and I drink it for the caffeine. I don't drink it for the flavor. So we are stopping at Tim Hortons.
That's a good choice.
So what we need to do is Tim Hortons first, Kroger second.
Speedway.
So then I can pour
Yeah.
some creamer in
Yeah.
my coffee. Or I guess we could go Kroger then Tim Hortons. Doesn't matter. Because Speedway is where we'll get ice.
Ice and gas and then out the door.
Okay.
And on the road.
After all that, we'll finally get on the road about 7 o'clock.
Nah, that should take less than that. We should be 6:30. We should be out.
Kroger's right there, Tim Hortons is right there. There's a Speedway
Shut up,
right
kiddo.
there, too.
He's talking to his kid.
Not at all. Low.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get them. That's boom, boom, boom.
See,
After seeing everybody at work, oh my god, I can't get going without my cup of coffee.
Bob said it, as long as it's got caffeine.
Yes.
That's all I drink it for. I am not that bad, kiddo.
Same where people fill their thing with like probably a shot of coffee and then they dump in the creamer. I'm like, why don't you just drink the creamer straight from the fucking jug? It'd be so much easier.
I put enough creamer in my coffee to change the color to light brown. And I taste more creamer than I do coffee. But it's not where you put so much creamer in your coffee where like your coffee is now cold.
Mm-hmm.
And it's too overpowering with the creamer. So, no, it is not. That is not an accurate statement. That is not an accurate statement.
No, then I brought.
You should not be telling lies on the show now.
Yeah, this is truth. This is a truth-telling convention. 143 episodes are all truths, or within a spitting distance of a truth,
or as much as what we can say is true,
or as much as we can recall that is true.
There you go.
I know I gotta get
a lot of opinions here.
I gotta get hot dog buns too. I brought 3 packages of the zipped Polish.
See, my kiddos. See, they're giving me crap. You know, I love you, kiddo. I love you a ton. And I know you don't believe me, but this time will fly by a lot faster than what you realize.
Which will be the sad part.
Well, for us, for the experience and the fun and all that, yes. We're going to wake up and it's going to be fucking Sunday. I mean, that's seriously what I feel like is going to happen.
Yep.
We're going to wake up and it's already going to be freaking Sunday and we're going to be like, where the hell did the time go?
Just drink it in. Suck the marrow out of it. Go that way.
Oh, they letting the dogs out?
Yep. Go that way.
On that note, I'm going to go smoke.
One more.
Do what?
So one more smoke.
Yeah, one more smoke before I go pass the fuck out.
Yep.
Well, almost pass the fuck out. I still got to finish my beer.
I know I have to shower at some point.
You have a what?
Shower. I need to do that. Especially after the warmth of the day, and then
Go lay down. No.
the pitching lesson too. I mean, that you're hot in there, you go outside, it's just like walking into a sauna. I'm like, oh, love it. What's going on, dude?
Not a dark hall. He stares into the living room. That's where better half ends up. Now it makes sense. Being here, I see the layout.
No. What do you see?
The layout. The
setup.
Shut up. Fuck you both. So Vinny's sitting at the table, and then he's staring into the living room, which is where better half is normally on the couch watching TV. So now it all, like, I know he's mentioned it before, but to actually be here and see it, it all makes sense. So,
You like the setup?
Did you put this bin back on it?
The setup you can deal with or agree with?
it is what it is. It's a setup.
Yeah, it's very similar to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's similar color brick. The only difference is we don't have a screen door. I mean, there is the one window that's kind of back over this way. And I'm actually sitting on the porch because it's kind of high. So I'm not sitting in a chair. Of course, got the reef on the door.
Yeah.
So
Wherever Steve goes, there's a wreath to commemorate whatever
obviously.
most recent
Well,
holiday celebration.
speak for yourself. Why don't you turn around and look the other way? Look
Oh,
over
I
your
know.
left shoulder. So speak for yourself. So, oh man, I'm still so fucking wired right now, though. That's the thing that sucks. Vinny, do you have anything like a sleeping pill or anything?
We'll jump on some Benadryl.
No, that'll just wake me up.
I had some of that in the old duffel bag of excitement. That and domes, because I know backs go out. I'll leave Advil.
I can't get one. I'll try
My kid is very proud of the setup of our front door. That was their contribution to the house when it was being built. They picked the front door. No, see, drinking more does not help me sleep. Drinking more does not help me sleep at all.
No, that's when if we have it at the store and I'll have like a couple of Baja Blasts and 20 ounces. Somebody that doesn't know me will be like, oh man, you're gonna be wired all day. I'm like, I can go sleep right now for 6 hours. Don't even worry about that. This is like pretty much a 95% placebo. 5% of the caffeine works. And
That's how my kiddo is.
keeps me sort of puttering along.
They can drink Monster at like 8, 9 o'clock, and it doesn't really change anything. So
I should have. I gotta look, Joe, for some fat people shorts. Not the regular, like the Under Armour ones. I got those, but I mean, like an actual like the camouflage. What do they call them? They got the pockets on the side and like regular pockets, the butt pockets. But I mean, you can put your cell phone so it's sort of like off to like the right or left of your thigh.
Cargo shorts.
So I gotta find fat people cargo shorts that don't come above my knees, so it looks like I'm wearing like some sort of biker spandex. Man, I need room and movement in there. Because my other ones are too small because I'm too fat. I outgrew my kids' clothes. Or my school clothes from last year, so I can't wear them.
You just got new shorts that Vinny sent you last Christmas.
Well, no, that's what I said. I got the underarm. I mean, the other ones are nicer. Like if I want to have my wallet, cell phone, key, maybe a couple candy bars or something in there, bag of chips, pop, snack sticks, snack pack, Gatorade.
Going with the snack pack, huh? This does not want to shake it. Oh. Yes, I'm sure you're probably drinking a Monster right now, even at 9 o'clock.
Did Tim's medium say, Bob Lewis, is that you? I thought you were taller.
Human Stinkline wants to play a 2-on-2 tournament with you. He's like, you got that height. We can beat home ec clothes this year, and even if he throws the basketball at me, we can still win.
That's C-Bluzz.
They're all the same.
This is true. Everybody's a gangster till it's time to do gangster type things.
Yeah, I don't believe home ec clothes will do anything. It's so nice of it. That helps.
Yes, I forget. It's 11 o'clock here. I didn't change my time zone here.
Yeah, you're.
My computer still shows my time.
Oh yeah, you're. That's why I'm starting to feel it now. It's getting to be
11 o'clock. A little after 11. But we started late.
A little bit.
Let's see. As my phone decides to operate.
11:10.
So the Greg Morris auction starts at 12:47. And it usually goes for about
Take care, Bobby.
25 minutes of craziness.
So are you staying up?
We'll see if there's anything. If I have bids in, if I don't want them, I could care less. There's nothing there that's.
Are you gonna go live, Vinny, by yourself and count down every auction?
I was hoping that the floating head might float in and do it for me. I'll have Dryden go live. He could just bark every time something goes out. One bark, similar to the ping, Paul. Similar to the one ping only. If I win, 2 pings if I don't win. I'll just put the phone right in front of Dryden. He could kick care of that. And then he could paw at it and bid like 16 grand for a freaking $9 card. Did you just pay $87 for a 1996-97 Lemieux base card? My dog did. Put me on a polygraph. We have split shifts here now. Haley is still on days. Poor Zach got stuck to afternoons, so he's just getting in.
We gotta last another 15 minutes.
Okay. That I can do.
I'm starting to feel it.
Oh, I figure by the time Zach's done in the shower, we'll run outside after the show, after a brief after hours. Load
Very,
up things in the car, figure out the situation, and go from there. Yeah. Galaxy. Go lay by your mama.
And what situation are you referring to?
The seating. To put one of the seats down so we could fit stuff in.
I don't think we're gonna need to.
Huh?
I don't think we're gonna need to.
Yes, we are. Because we got to pick up Bob and Joe, so we need 5 seats in the car.
Right now, though, there's 6.
We're not going to fit what we need without putting a seat down. This I can guarantee you. He looks at me like this, like I'm an idiot. I can't argue with him because I am an idiot.
No, I didn't say you were, dude. I'm really good at Tetris.
Him and my wife are good at Tetris, apparently. So we got to fit my suitcase, C's suitcase, 2 backpacks,
My bag,
your bag,
my laptop.
your laptop bag, water and snacks. We'll put the snacks in the morning. I got a blow up bed because I will not put snacks in the car because I had a squirrel come in the car. And if you're in the automotive industry, they coat the wires with peanut oil so you can slide the connectors in. So it's a peanut oil based stuff, allegedly. So they climb in, they ate the stuff that the better half left in the back of the car. Then they went and chewed the wires, and I had to pay $1,200 for a ECU module. So
we kiddos comment.
my dad is really great at Tetris. I'll take your word for it, kiddo. I'm just saying.
So something you also have to think. So between the 2 seats,
Yeah, we can
in
fit
the
stuff in.
backseat, there's a space there.
Yeah.
Which gives us a little bit more room. So I think it'll actually work in our favor, I guess.
It'll all work out in mixes, my grandma used to say.
And if not, even if we don't put a seat down, we put some stuff in one of the seats. So everybody will still fit. We'll make it work.
Well,
Later, Ed.
so we're rolling deep in a black Telluride.
We are. And Dave disappeared again. I just now realized he wasn't there.
He's getting beverages.
At least he's still in the same time zone.
I never had that.
neither have I. I'd like to have it cold though.
I would prefer my sodas.
What's a soda?
Same thing as your pop.
Thank you.
Drinks.
When in Rome, Steve. When in Rome.
But technically, in the South,
It's Coke.
everything is a Coke.
Yeah, what kind of Coke do you want? There's a
Unless-
Coke, there's a Pepsi,
Unless,
there's orange Coke.
yeah, but if you say, do you want a Coke? And they say yes, okay. What do you
What
want?
kind
Do you
of
want
Coke?
Sprite, Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper?
I'm aware.
Or
I've been to the South.
not to Texas.
Huh?
Not to Texas.
No, I've not been to the great state of Texas.
I didn't say the great state.
I was just saying.
Well, that's what they say in My Cousin Vinny. Sovereign state of, is it Texas? Where's My Cousin Vinny?
That's Alabama.
Is that Alabama? I can't think of the movie. It's like something about the sovereign state of something. He's like, wipe that smirk off your face. I can't remember what movie that is. I could see it plain as day.
See, my kiddo even says, great is a stretch. Nine minutes. Only last 9 minutes.
I got a little bit of sun, if you can't tell, the other night. Oh, Sunday, boys. I was feeling it. We had that soccer match, and we were up. They scored on a PK in the first, 3 minutes. Then we tied it. Then they went up, and then we tied it. And then we went into regular time was over, but because it was a championship match for Independent Cup, there's 2 15-minute overtime periods, and then they go to a shootout. Well, when we ended the regular 90 minutes after extra time, we saw a lightning strike, so that's 30 minutes. We saw a second lightning strike, so that's another 30 minutes. Saw a third lightning strike, it's another 30 minutes. So every time you see the lightning strike within 10 miles, it's 30 more minutes. So finally, after it wasn't a 90-minute delay, but it was more like an hour or so. They came and they played, and we won it in the second overtime, 3-2 off a header. And during that period, after that storm, that sun came out with a vengeance, and it was wicked. And we have these pop-up tents they probably weigh about 150 pounds a piece. So after putting 4 of those away, and moving all the coolers and all that stuff and packing the van, I was like, I'm good. I went to Jersey Mike's, got a sub. They went to Chipotle, got food next door, got in the car, and I'm like, man, I'm feeling kind of weird. I got in this house. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I got a migraine, and I was just like out of it. I was in bed at 7 o'clock and out like a light by 8. I lost 3 cards I was looking. I didn't even care. I was out of it. I slept till 8:17. So I slept almost 13 hours on and off. No, I woke up earlier than that. I woke up at 7. No. 6:30 because I put the garbage out. Meredith was like, hey, you do realize it's garbage day. And I'm like, yeah.
Nah.
What?
Fuck the garbage.
Not when it's full. Did you see them on the side of the house, the ones we have?
No, I didn't pay attention.
So we have those giant 120-gallon freaking garbage cans, and we use the giant black bags. We have a giant garbage can. So it's I had 5 bags stuffed in there. And I went downstairs and grabbed the one from the basement. And by the time I had that thing jam-packed. So with 5 people here, it generates some garbage. Plus, I was cleaning the basement. So there was 2 from the basement, and I forgot one. There's one in the garage, but it's just big junk. If it was food, it would have been bad. It would have been smelling by now. So...
They figure out a way to make it last another 5 minutes.
If you see me moving around, it's because I've been sitting most of the day. I really don't want to stand up.
Dave, how tall are you?
Not very. Like normal sized. I'm not like all these other YouTubers that are like, you look at them like 6'4", 6'5", and you're like, really? Like Scott. God, who else? Somebody else. The one down in Alabama. One of my favorites. Christofini. I think he's tall. I think Vintage has a little height.
I just reading Joe's comment. You know, nothing says sports cards like reminiscing about the garbage taken out. Hey, it's that's the problem. Most people don't talk about real life.
No,
All the things that affect.
ever.
Dude, hobby. There's more to this hobby than the cardboard. I don't know how many times we have to say it, but if you
No,
can't
I'm
have a good chicken sandwich or good garbage taken out story, what the hell's wrong with you?
like 5'9.5".
I thought you were like 6'2".
Around my waist, I am.
I could have swore you were like 6'2", 6'3".
I mean, weight proportionate height would be perfect, but
I think we need some more thumbs up.
thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, all those fun things. Content you won't find nowhere else. We'll never hear home ec clothes do that. I mean, when you're as wide as you are tall, that little silly man bun. I mean,
Hey.
No man bun here.
That
you can be like the Jesse Ventura or superstar Billy Graham.
Yeah.
The holding on by a thread.
I was listening to
Stu.
who's the guy that does all the impressions for Mad TV? What was his name?
Oh, the one that did Madden?
Yeah, the guy that does Madden. He does a Jesse Ventura. Oh my God. It's like if you close your eyes, it's him. It is so friggin' spot on. He was talking about Jesse being down in South America with 150 wild dogs that he trained to be an elite force of ninja type dogs. And I'm like, okay. And open a fish taco stand in Guatemala. But it's the funniest because Jesse Ventura tells these stories.
Oh, great.
Oddest, craziest stuff, and it's all true. And it was not Will Sasso.
Yes. Frank had a.
Can't think of his. Is that it?
really, Dave?
Aaron Galaxy's having a Frank Caliendo. That's it. Not Will Sasso. But that his Jesse Ventura impression. Oh, it's good. Thank you, Steph.
All right, Dave. Wrap us up.
If you're going, we'll see you tomorrow. If you're not, type in the old hashtag because I think that's what we're going to do with all our videos. The old hashtag, NSCC 2023. That seems to draw the most viewers, and this way guaranteed. Well, no, this way guaranteed you'll find our stuff. You won't have to sit there and search. Some might be on our individual channels. Probably a lot will be on the IRP channel. So just depending on what content it actually is. Some we may not want on here. No, we will. We will. We won't care. We'll get in that Hall of Fame. Don't worry about it. But yeah, if you're not going to live vicariously through us, we've done it for a
What did I miss?
same time tapping the comment.
Dave and I scroll with the comments at the same time.
It's a shock, I know, first time. Yeah, if you're not there, live vicariously through us. We always know why folks can't go to the national. We've been in that position many a time, and we don't think any less of you. Well, unless you're like Lou Rock and Tyrone, those people, we think less of them for that. You know, kick cans down the street, up the hill. See how that works out. But we'll bring you what we can, and we will bring you a lot. You may see people like just laying down in the corner being doused with water. It's supposed to be wicked hot. I mean, at least for me. Steve is probably a cool down. Vinny's semi used to some heat during the summer, but last summer we had a lot of heat up there. This summer has been pretty much September weather, late September weather, the whole
I wish.
month of July. I mean, like 60s, 40s at night, and like rain. I'm like, this is
Perfect.
this is heaven. This is what open that window and I can sleep within 2 minutes because it's cool and the fans blowing. So yeah, stay tuned. Just like, comment, unsubscribe, then subscribe back. I mean, it happens. You know, we see the numbers.
Even's got the umlauts in there. That's talent.
Well, it's the face of talent too. So
I mean, geez, what says prouder Papa than looking at that picture and saying that's my boy?
so yeah, see you guys tomorrow. See everybody else probably tomorrow, if not Thursday. We'll see you when we see you. Again, you'll be able to tell where we're at. There'll probably be some sort of commotion.
There's not missing us. There's this trio of people and a little blonde hair will go hi every 3 seconds. It's going to be hard to miss.
Yeah, you're going to have, I think, I don't want more attention, but I feel, and again, not braggadocious, but it feels like if I walked in like Scott Hall used to walk in, and I could have a toothpick and throw it at everybody I disliked, I could like regenerate the forest or the rainforests in Brazil. So it's going to be worth watching. So until next week, when we're probably in the same state, like mentally, physically, and emotionally, some it might be like a 180, like just like, oh, this sucks, but still fucking drained and wiped completely out. Next week, Tuesday, back to regular schedule. This week, of course, was minus the time. We're on brand a little too much. But if you see us, like we said, say hi. But remember, we're there for the show. We will coordinate something afterwards. If we want pictures there, too, right then's great. Just because we're right there. I'll do the picture, but I speak to the other 2 gentlemen on the screen and probably Robert and Mark. We don't get to go to card shows. We've said it multitudes of times. This is sort of our one big chance. Yeah, there's a picture there. of 3 hooligans.
That's a good term for us.
Had to get the brick in there. So that way when Vinny comes down to your place, he can get the same spot on your house. But yeah, just let us do our card hobbying, and then afterwards we'll coordinate dinners and whatnot. I know when we see Neil, we gotta try to get him tomorrow night. That's the one thing I remember. And then there's that guy just like wandering the streets, like
Really, Bob? We're trying to close the show.
It's typical.
Oh,
Bob
I thought it was after hours, man. My bad. I'm not trying to rape it all back up. Yeah, thanks, dude. Okay, cool.
make it
Not going to that pokey party.
All right, Dave, wrap us up. We got it. We
After hours is now. If you actually saw the after hours, it's sometimes. But I digress.
All right, I'm already going the wrong way. Hold on. I'm gonna do this.
All right, Dave, come on, wrap us up.
Remember, collecting cards, wonderful, wonderful hobby. The friendships you forge while collecting cards, it's what really matters. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.